All right, y'all. I think we live. All right. So today we're gonna be talking about the Daonte update that happened yesterday. And so let's go ahead and get this thing started and see how we're gonna get it started. Let's go ahead and start off with this 30-second intro. And I'll be back after these dirty 30 seconds. Let's go. Jill Malik. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit that sub button and the notification bell to be notified when I do go live. Down. Hold on, let me see something. Let's move this thing down real quick. Boom. So today we're gonna be talking about your boy. We're gonna be talking about your boy Deontay. And yesterday he went on live and he explained the reasons why he was how he went live yesterday, and he explained what happened with him not being on the show no longer, you know, and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and pull this up. But before we actually get to that, let me take this picture down of my brother right there. Good people. Let's talk about this thing Cameron had posted. It's a short story about my brother Cam. Let's go ahead and get him his short story time, you know. Shout out to Cameron, man. That's my dog, man. Good people. But let's go ahead and get him started. Let's see what he got to say.
So some girl commented on one of my pictures, and I'm looking, I'm like, so I go on the page, ain't who I thought it was. So I DM her like, man, you look just like my baby mama. She thinking I'm flirting, so she sent her ass back talking about some boy. I'm like, no, bitch, I'm about to block you. You look just like my baby mama. I hate her ass.
That was hilarious. That's fucked up, but it was hilarious at the same time. He said that he seen somebody, I'm pretty sure a fan of his, that looked just like his baby mama. And he said, shit, you look like my baby mama. She think it was a flattering thing, like, oh, that's so cute. He like, no, I hate that motherfucker. Like, and I hate you for looking like her. So you know what? You about to get blocked. But let's go ahead. I just had to give him this quick little story time. That was Cam's story time. Funny, good dude, man. Real funny. That dude funny as fuck. Not gonna even hold you. Motherfucker does something else. He a good father too, man. Y'all ain't following Cam, please make sure y'all go follow him on IG and check him out and look what he does with his daughter, how the way he interacts with her. He's a good father. On top of that, not just a guy who got out of prison, none of that. Not just a gang member, not none of that, man. He's a father before anything, and that's how I look at him, as a father. And shout out to Aries too. She's a mother before anything. So yeah, y'all go check them two out and go give them some support, man. Good people. But let's go ahead and talk about another good brother that's on the list, and we're gonna talk about Deontay. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about Deontay today. Now, after the live, Deontay did go live yesterday, and he basically summed up everything of what happened and how the events took place. So I have those clips, and I'm gonna let him tell you. My name is said in there. He says my name. You know, he looks at me as a great blogger because he done told me things that I haven't put out here. Still, it's a lot of people that tell me stuff I haven't put out on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that's on the show. Certain people that I still don't do it even if I don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna personally do it. But let's go ahead and play this first screen recording, and then we'll be right back.
Had our big falling out because it was getting too messy. And then last year, September, matter of fact, maybe a year ago today, was the last conversation I ever had with the boss, the executive producer from that show. And this time we wasn't arguing, like we wasn't because this is one of the things I learned from being around the other cast. That's when I learned that you could tell these motherfuckers no sometimes. I didn't know that. It was from me interacting with the other cast that I realized you don't have to do what these people try to make you do. And it was hanging out with them that made me realize that I could stand up to this motherfucker. Because basically, any cast member that he knew he couldn't buck up to, he wouldn't do it. Or Marcelino. So in the beginning, I was backing down and I'm sorry and I didn't know, like, scared that I done fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't like confrontation. I'm soft spoken and you know what I'm saying? I just didn't think it was that huge of a deal. And he's, you motherfucker, and you're this and this and this and this. You're making me eat shit and don't bite the hand that feeds you. And I'm like, all right, calm down, bro. Like, had our big falling out because it was getting too messy. And then last year, September, matter of fact, maybe a year ago today, was the last conversation I ever had with the boss, the executive producer from that show. And this time we wasn't arguing, like we wasn't, because this is one of the things I learned from being around the other cast. That's when I learned that you could tell these motherfuckers no sometimes. I didn't know that. It was from me interacting with the other cast that I realized you don't have to do what these people try to make you do. And it was hanging out with them that made me realize that I could stand up to this motherfucker. Because basically, any cast member that he knew he couldn't buck up to, he wouldn't do it. Or Marcelino, Kevin, so forth and so on. But me, I'm soft-spoken and I'm easy to get to. So I feel like he used to come at me sideways like that because of that reason. But then when I bucked back up to his ass, shit changed. So then the last conversation we had, he was cool. You know what I'm saying? We had a man-to-man conversation. You know, he said, I'm sorry I haven't checked on you in a long time. I'm like, it's cool, bro. I didn't even know where I stood at that point. Because at that point, I'm not dating no inmate. I'm not with Nicole. I'm not with Lindsay. I'm dating Cece. So where do I even stand at this point? She's with Blaine, fuckboy Buckethead. That's who I call him. She's with him. So, and Lindsay swore up and down they were bringing me back for her last season. She swore up and down, and she had their ear more than me, so it could have been true. But I was like, Liz, what are they gonna do with me? Like, what Lindsay wanted was for me to be a part of that last storyline she was in with her and Blaine, and for me and Blaine to basically be fighting over her so she could choose who she wanted. Because there was some real life mixed into that, because me and Lindsay was flirting around at that time. So what she wanted was that. She just didn't want Cece involved in it. That was the only thing. So she wanted that, and she swore up and down that's what was going to happen. But nobody had communicated with me, so I wasn't going off of her. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I was already done. Before anybody said anything to me, in my mind, I was done. I'm in a new relationship, and my girl is getting irritated with me not acknowledging her. And that's what I got in trouble for too, because I would never acknowledge her because I couldn't. And then the one time I commented, because I knew as soon as I commented, that shit was going to go all over the internet. That's exactly what happened. And then that leaked out. So, you know, he talked to me and he just was like, you know, I'm sorry I hadn't checked on you and this and this. And I was like, so, I mean, what's going on or whatever. I let him know right off the bat at the end of this season, because stuff was getting nuclear, and that's why he reached out to me, because it was getting too much with me and Lindsay and these content creators and all that. So that's why he reached out to me, and I said, listen, bro, at the end of this season, I'm going to post my current girlfriend. Like, I'm tired of not acknowledging her because it's causing problems within my relationship, so I'm going to post her publicly. He was okay with that. I said, I'm also going to post my pictures with the other cast members that I've taken pictures with that's not on the show no more, because there's no reason for me to keep my life secret. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm not a part of this. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, these things don't last forever. I understood that. Basically what he was telling me is, you're not in a relationship with an inmate. So there's not much we can do going forward with you. And I understood that. I was cool with that. I got it.
Take them. Yeah. But yeah, let it work, let it do its job. That was part of the reason why that was one of the parts of the reason why he's not on the show right now. And let me put this picture up. Let me put this other picture up right here. So this was part of one of the, if everybody don't know who I'm talking about Deontay right here from Love at the Lockup, Love at the Lockup, and Love Life at the Lockup. So he was on both seasons. Now, he was breaking the situation down with Lindsay and how the manager was basically telling him, like, you can't be doing these things. And he was cussing him out. And Daonte was like, he's non-confrontational. He don't get in, he don't like arguing with people and stuff like that. So that's what happened with that, and that's what transpires with that situation. But he keeps going into deeper detail, and I'm going to play the clip, and I'm going to let you guys listen to what he says, and then we're going to come back after that one and give some type of, like, audio feedback on the situation, what happened at hand. Let me go ahead and take this picture down and play this clip.
I was going to say something or say too much or whatever the case may be. I never did until I started to get pissed off. But that was strike number one against me, right? Strike number two, which is probably the biggest strike against me. How's Nicole? Yeah, Nicole is fine, okay? Strike number two against me, the biggest strike in my opinion was, which I'm still unapologetic about to this day, is that I became friends with a whole lot of the cast. Still to this day, I'm friends with a whole lot of the cast, and used to make that public. And see, in the beginning, we didn't know, right? In the beginning, that started with me and Rachel. True story, me and Rachel reached out to me on Instagram probably a month before our season aired, right? And we became real close friends then, way before our season aired. So by the time our season aired, we texting each other, calling each other after every segment, after every scene, gossiping with each other or whatever. All the way up until the point where I went to Michigan to visit Rachel, right, for the first time. And we took a bunch of pictures together. We wasn't sure we could post them yet. Not because we wasn't told to, just because we wasn't sure, you know what I'm saying? So we said after the end of the season, we'll post them. Because Rachel wasn't coming back. And we already knew that. Y'all like how I can drive and talk, right? I just switched lanes. Y'all didn't even know that, see? But Rachel only did one season. I had already filmed 2 back-to-back seasons, so I knew I was coming back. But I mean, we just posted them at the end of the season. And in the beginning, it was all good. And what I mean by it was all good is y'all loved it. The people loved it. Like, it got the great reception, right? And even the producers from the show was calling me, oh my God, are you and Rachel a thing? This is great. You guys are friends and this and this. So as far as we know, everything was all good, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, even the Love After Lockup Instagram page took our photo and shared it on that page. So we was like, damn, we just started something. Like, everything was all good as far as we knew. And then I got a call from the guy in charge one day, and he wasn't upset. He was just, hey, can we just not do that? Never really got an explanation, but he's just like, let's, just not do that. So I'm like, cool, okay. We didn't know. So me and Rachel continued to be friends, right? And continue meeting up with each other, hanging out, taking pictures with each other. We just didn't post them. All the way up until we went to Houston and visited Brittany and Ray, 2 other cast members. That's the only time where I'll admit I blatantly did something that I was already told not to do. Cause we didn't think it was that big of a deal, right? So me and Brittany and Ray and Rachel met up with each other, took pictures together, and I tried to be slick and posted them in my story, cause I didn't know they was like stalking our shit that much. So I tried to be slick and posted in my story, and hopefully I won't get in trouble for this, cause you know, I figured it would disappear. Man, as soon as I got off the plane, coming back home from Houston, I'm getting these phone calls. What the fuck, Daonte? And then the guy in charge, this is the first time this man is screaming at me to the top of his damn lungs, like cussing at me, all types of shit. And I'm soft-spoken, and I don't like confrontation. So in the beginning, I was backing down, and I'm sorry, and I didn't know, like, scared that I done fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't like confrontation. I'm soft-spoken, and you know what I'm saying? I just didn't think it was that huge of a deal.
Situation with Rachel, and if you guys don't know who Rachel is, you guys go back and do your homework and watch when Rachel was on there and who she was dealing with. She was dealing with Dustin. Yeah, Dustin. She was dealing with a guy named Dustin, and Dustin left her for another woman at the end of their season. But Rachel was done with Love After Lockup, and Deontay became cool with her and was posting pictures. He saying Love After Lockup, posted them on Love After Lockup's IG, and so he didn't think nothing of it. But he went to try to do it and post it in his stories when he went to go meet up with Ray and Brittany in Texas. And they called Deontay and gave him a handful. The head guy that was in charge at the time. And you know, at this time, man, I'll tell Deontay this: any man call my phone cussing at me disrespectful like that, be expected to get your ass cussed out, because I'm a grown ass man. I don't give a fuck about being. Hold on. Yeah, but I don't like the fact that people are done like that. And Deontay really a cool dude, you know what I'm saying? But for him to get cussed out like that was weird to me. He was like, yeah, I was accepting it, saying, yeah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cuss at me and tell me what the fuck is wrong. I'm like, man, what the fuck wrong with you? Don't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll go off. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, look, bro, I'll pull up. What's up? You trying to meet up or something? You want to fight or something? It seemed like when you talking like you want to fight. Like, you know, we can fight and we can shut all this shit down. Maybe have a beer afterwards. You know what I'm saying? And shit, we can fight this shit out. If you smoke a cigarette, you don't have to smoke a cigarette after I get done knocking your block off. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, don't talk to me like that. But I understand, but I don't understand. Like, Deontay was in a predicament to where he was trying to get his bag the best way he can out of the damn shit. And I understand, but at the same time, fuck no. I don't give a damn. You're not finna talk to me like that, especially like us as a black hole. Like, man, we go through so much shit. I'd have had to tell my own manager some shit. I say, hey, man, look here. What you're not finna do, my family come first. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be having to tell, because, man, we have the potential to try to, like, not think of other people's situation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the guy wasn't thinking about Deontay's situation. He was just like, whatever the fuck going on, you need to quit posting this shit on social media. You need to quit doing that, because this is strike one right here. That was his first strike. That's petty shit. You know what I'm saying? That is petty shit. I don't know if that it was just a lot of shit just leading up. But let's go ahead and play the next clip, because he keeps going into deeper detail about everything that actually happened to him and how it played out for him. Let's play this next clip. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, appreciate it. Woo. Alrighty then. Sorry for the interruption. It's hot as fuck up here in Virginia right now. And I got my phone right up here in the window. And it was charging, so you know what happens? Your phone gets too hot and it needs to cool down. So that's what just happened right there. So before my live was so conveniently interrupted, right as I was about to get into it, right? Let me repeat myself. I watched Gio this morning. So he mentioned wanting to interview my mama. So now I gotta repeat it again since my phone went off on me. I've been trying to get my mama to interview forever and a day for a long time. Getting my mama to interview is like pulling teeth. However, I'm gonna say it again. If anybody is gonna interview my mama, I would want them to handle her with care. And when it comes to content creators that I actually trust like that, it's slim pickings these days. But yes, if anybody was to interview with my mama, I would want it to be Gio Malik. Maybe according to Amber or Sass. But I don't see that happening. Cause my mama, listen, trying to get her to do Love After Lockup was a task. Okay, so I don't know. I'm gonna try my best, bro. Like, and I mean that because I really would want my mama to come out and speak to you and your wife. So I'm gonna try to get my mom on there with you, Gio. It's just I wouldn't count on it. But what I was saying before my phone got cut off was he also mentioned something that who keeps saying not married? Yeah, I know that. But he mentioned something that I mentioned in my other live. Oh, that go Gio right there. Yeah, word, bro. I'm a try. Like, I saw that and I was laughing. I was like, oh yeah, mom probably would talk to him. So I'm gonna try to get that, bro, cause I know you would love that. Clarissa says someone mentioned oh Lord have mercy. No, that I ain't even mentioning that name. That content creator will never interview my mama or nobody associated with me. Ever. Alright, but anyways, I ain't up here to talk about them, but Gio, I saw you ask, you had mentioned you don't know if that's the reason why I left the show or why I'm not on the show no more or nothing like that. So I was just about to get into that before I got cut off. Like I said, it's 4 reasons, right? In my opinion. I sat back and did some research on this and tried to, figure it out, right? So reason number 1 is this right here. Me going live. What I mean by me going live is they never told me not to do it or don't do it, but it was always kind of frowned down upon. And it's because once I started doing it after every episode and started explaining myself, I think they started to get paranoid that I was going to give something away, which I never used to do. As a matter of fact, what I used to do is with certain shit that I knew wasn't my idea or that I knew they made me do, I would try to explain it in a way to make it look like it was my idea and make sense of it, if that make any sense. Perfect example of that is it was a scene I did with Nicole in season 2 where we saw
Let me pull up his picture. Hold on, what video we on? This is 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm on the 4th one. Let me pull up his picture. He was basically talking about right there, like how he want me to interview his mom. He will trust me to interview his mom, which is cool. I appreciate that, brother Deontay. Facts. And I would love to interview his mother. Like just to get a perspective of where she came from on this situation, and how she feel about what happened to her son. You know what I'm saying? Because 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm on 4. I would want to know how the way she feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And what she was thinking about what Deontay was going through and what was going through his mind, because a mother only knows their son. That's a fact. Like every mother out there knows their son and their daughter. Once the woman puts that baby out, she knows how their kid is gonna be and how they're gonna act. But he was basically just summing that up for y'all, telling y'all like he seen my live, and this was made him have to go into deeper detail and tell y'all. So I'm coming back with another live to tell y'all the exact events of what he was saying, and he's breaking it down. So I'm giving y'all from his mouth himself of him saying it. This is coming from him, of him breaking down his storyline. for it. But let's play this next clip and let's keep going on to what Daonte has more to say. Let's go.
So in the beginning, I was backing down and I'm sorry and I didn't know, like, scared that I done fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't like confrontation. I'm soft spoken and you know what I'm saying? I just didn't think it was that huge of a deal. And he's, you motherfucker, and you're this and this and this and this. You're making me eat shit and I'll bite the hand that feeds you. And I'm like, all right, calm down, bro. Like, and I guess he called Rachel and said something to her and all that and this, that, and the third. But I'm about to park, y'all. Give me a minute, hold up. Cause I can't park worth a damn, especially when I'm backing up. Even though I got a camera right here. I'm old school. So, anyways, yeah, this man cussing me to the top of his damn lungs. To the point where I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So from that point on, I still continue to, and to this day, continue to, you know, befriend the cast, be friends with the cast, hang out with the cast, take pictures with the cast, to the point where I was straight up told, you're the only person that turns this cast into a social networking site. Like, okay. But, up until Memorial Day last year, right, I went to go hang out with Indy and met Indy in person for the first time on a boat in Maryland, right? And it was incognito. I didn't go there with the purpose of taking no pictures. I didn't tell nobody I was there. I just went there and hung out with them. Just thinking I'm living my best life without a care in the world, right? Unbeknownst to me that this motherfucker's out there recording this shit and taking pictures. So while I'm on this boat, and mind you, I'm in a relationship at this time with my ex-girlfriend, Cece. So instead of me being over there with her, spending time with her, I'm out here on this damn boat, living my best life, dancing, Indy twerking on me, with my shirt off, just dancing, you know what I'm saying, living my best life. All the while, as I'm dancing, I'm getting pictures screenshot to me from Cece, my ex-girlfriend, of me dancing with my shirt off in this very moment. So imagine me dancing and then look, oh shit, looking at my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking around like, who recording me right now? You know what I mean? And then what ended up happening was, my ass the next day is all over the damn internet. Okay? All over the internet. Hanging out. He's with Indy, hanging out with Indy. And great. Now I'm in trouble again. And so, not only am I in trouble by my girlfriend at the time, but now I'm in trouble by the man in charge again. And he's calling me, cussing up a storm to me. And at that point in time, I'm like, oh, hell no, you're not finna talk to me like this. And so we had a war of words, Jack. Because by that time, I was a lot more privy to what had been going on. So I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. Like, it's not in the contract. So I wasn't doing nothing wrong. So what's the deal? Like, you know what I mean? Up until the point where the last thing he had said up to me at that point was, you do you and I'ma do me. And I was like, bet. And that was the last conversation we would have for about 3 months. And I'm a little rebellious at times, especially when you don't give me a reason, a real explanation. And I was never really given an explanation for why that's a problem, why cast members hanging out is a problem, right? Especially now, when you fast forward to the day, and all of us are hanging out with each other all the time. The ones that's on the show and the OGs. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The explanation I was given eventually was, it makes the show look fake. I'm like, that was the most bull.
Talking about right there, he was talking about how on the show, not on the show, but off the show, he was hanging out with some of the cast members, and he just got tired of the guy talking to him, whoever his manager was. He got tired of him talking to him disrespectful. So he finally manned up and said, hey, look here, this shit ain't in the contract for you disrespecting me. I'm not going to keep taking this shit over and over again from you. I'm going to go hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go hard on you. But let's play this next clip because I don't want to lose track. I don't want to lose where I'm at because I'm on this tablet. So when I put up a pic and I take a pic down, I lose focus on where I'm at because everything says 418, 418, 418. All the clips are 4 minutes and 18 seconds long. So I don't want to lose track. If I'm not putting a picture up, you guys, it's because I can easily lose track of what's video I'm about to play next. All right, let's play the next clip.
Come on up there, because I wouldn't let. What I mean by it was all good is y'all loved it. The people loved it. Like, it got the great reception, right? And even the producers from the show was calling me, oh my God, are you and Rachel a thing? This is great. You guys are friends and this and this. So as far as we know, everything was all good, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, even the Love After Lockup Instagram page took our photo and shared it on that page. So we was like, damn, we just started something. Like, everything was all good as far as we knew. And then I got a call from the guy in charge one day, and he wasn't upset. He was just, you know, hey, can we just not do that? You know, never really got an explanation, but he's just like, let's, you know, just not do that. So I'm like, cool, okay. We didn't know. So me and Rachel continued to be friends, right? And continue meeting up with each other, hanging out, taking pictures with each other. We just didn't post them. All the way up until we went to Houston and visited Brittany and Ray, 2 other cast members. That's the only time where I'll admit I blatantly did something that I was already told not to do. Because we didn't think it was that big of a deal, right? So me and Brittany and Ray and Rachel met up with each other, took pictures together, and I tried to be slick and posted them in my story because I didn't know they was like stalking our shit that much. So I tried to be slick and posted in my story and hopefully I won't get in trouble for this because, you know, I figured it would disappear. Man, as soon as I got off the plane, coming back home from Houston, I'm getting these phone calls. What the fuck, Daonte? And then the guy in charge, it's the first time this man is screaming at me to the top of his damn lungs, like cussing at me, all types of shit. And I'm soft-spoken, and I don't like, come on up there, because I wouldn't let Lindsay come. Basically, he's finessed me into coming on their channel and confronting Lindsay, which is what I did, you know, against everybody's, you know, judgment, because I'm me, and I feel like if you calling me out, I felt like I can't back down from Lindsay, especially when I had done already let that content creator advertise me coming up there, because I already knew she was messy. So if I back out of that, she gonna get messy and try to drag me too. So I was in a lose-lose situation. So I just went up there and did it, and I called Lindsay the fuck out, straight up, to the point where that video has now magically disappeared the very same night. And when I got off of that, the content creator that asked me to come up there was kissing my ass. Oh, he looks so sad. Oh, D. And as soon as I got off of there, the motherfuckers went on the attack and went to attacking me. And then what followed was all of the other ones, even the one who I went on her channel, all basically turned and started attacking me and Cece at one particular point in time. It drug on for months and months, you know what I'm saying? But I was told that it was that interview that I did where I cussed Lindsay the fuck out, which is what actually sealed my fate with the show. It was that interview that I went on. They said that did it, as far as I was told. The big boss has never told me that. I haven't talked to him since last year, September. But from word of mouth, that's what I heard. And I ain't heard nothing from them folks since then. So I mean, it's probably true. So I'm sorry I rambled off at the mouth for so long, but that's pretty much, in my perspective, my demise. But I mean, shit. It was a long time coming, man. And then what happened after that was it drug on for months with me and these content creators. Like I said, they band together like the Avengers, and I'm fucking Thanos, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, tried to take me out or whatever. All the way up until now, where I'm finally out of the mess, you know, just observing, and now I see them attacking other cast members and other cast members beefing with them and then putting other cast members' business out there. And now they're against each other, bickering with each other, putting each other out there, and it's just a sight to see. What's up, Cece? Speaking of Cece, there she go. Yeah, I forgot I had food. But anyway, when one door closes, it might take a minute. What up, Chels? What's up, C? Hey, girl. But anyways, when one door closes, other one's open, and shit. Sometimes when you least expect it, all right? So what I mean by that is, y'all know me, I talk in code, I talk in secret, right? Don't be surprised if you see me, and somebody else too maybe, on your TV screen here coming up soon, or on a streaming service. That's all I'm gonna say. Love your YouTube channel, Daonte. Thank you. Let me plug that, dive into it with D. It's been a minute since I made a YouTube video. And it's because I've been distracted. I ain't even gonna tell you no lie. I've been distracted. Other things been consuming up my motherfucking time. And I just ain't had the time. I had a video that I was working on last, and I still am in the I just stopped working on it and left it the way it was. And ain't did nothing since then. So I know I need to get back on it. Plus you lose your.
So he was saying in this video of what occurred. You guys were around at that time. For the people who aren't new, if you guys was around that time, you would know who those bloggers were that put a lot of stuff out there, and kind of started a lot of confrontation between each other. They already was going at each other, and Deontay just got caught up in the mix, between them two bloggers because, oh man, I don't want to say no names because I'm not that messy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that messy. I'm gonna let the chat tell y'all the names of who those two bloggers were. And you guys know who those two bloggers were, you're more than welcome to put it in the chat. But me personally, because I like to keep it real over here on the channel, we're gonna keep it all the way funky. We're gonna keep it all the way real. Who the bloggers were, you can write that in the chat, but I'm not gonna personally say it personally. But Deontay went on somebody else's so mixed up. Yep, GSP, you got it. Nose, right on the nose. But since it's so mixed up, let me go ahead and play the next clip, and hopefully we run into that clip because he has a lot of words to say about somebody in particular. Yeah, he has a lot of words to say about somebody in particular's husband. And so y'all put two and two together and you'll figure out it's another content creator. Yeah, we'll see. Let's keep going though.
Way a little bit. I might hurt a lot of people along the way, step on a lot of people's toes, you know what I'm saying? But my intentions is always good. Maybe I just don't always go about it the right way. But I'm always apologetic because I don't want to hurt nobody. I'm not that type of dude. Y'all see that Cece is in my live chat. I put her through a lot. So the fact that she's still able to, we still able to be okay and, be on good terms is what I always wanted with everybody. Like, for real, for real. That song, if you were still in the chat, Cece, I don't know if you're still here, but it's this song I heard on the radio. It's called "We Ain't Good, but We Still Good" with Usher. I don't know, it make me kind of remind me of that. So, but that's why I'm kind of at the mindset now where I'm like, I'm just chilling. Like, I ain't trying to give my all to nobody right now, because I got a lot of stuff I got to work on about myself. So if I give somebody too much of me and say I'm going to give you my heart, and then my mindset ain't all the way there, I don't want to hurt nobody, bro. Like, I made that mistake. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I ain't never gave myself time to just chill. Like, every time I break up with somebody, I get with somebody else, just like that. So that's why I just been chilling, even though it might look a certain way, because I know what y'all all think and who everybody think I'm dating right now. But again, I just be chilling. So yes, but before I get up off here and go put my clothes in the dryer, because that's what I'm doing right now, I'm going to try to get my mama on Geo Malik's channel. Some way, somehow. Thank you, Cece. She's proud of me. I'm glad you said that. Somehow, some way, if I got to bribe my mama again, you know what? That's how she did Love After Lockup. You heard it here first. I had to bribe my mama to do that. She got paid from the show, but I also had to pay something out of my pocket too. My mama ain't won't finna play that. So my mama got double paid. So even if I gotta do that, I'm gonna try to do that. Do you still hear from Rachel? Yes, I do. Rachel's my BFF. I talked to her, 2 weeks ago. She's gonna be at that meet and greet with, so again, before I go, October 28th in Iowa City, Iowa, there's gonna be a meet and greet with some of the OGs of the show. I'll be there. It was thrown together by John, Native American John. He'll be there. Jessica Rabbit from Jessica During Lockup, she'll be there. I mean, did I just say Jessica During Lockup? Love During Lockup, she'll be there. I believe Dylan will be there. Rachel's gonna be there. And I believe Gabby gonna be there. So, and a few more of us. I reached out to Lacey. I just haven't heard nothing back from her yet. So we trying to get a couple of us out there. I reached out to Chevelle. She can't make it. Haley couldn't make it. A couple of them. Brittany and Ray couldn't make it. Yeah, I'm gonna put the word out. I'm gonna post it a lot more when it get closer to the time. I've been hesitant to post because you don't know who's gonna back out.
Okay. Well, he was basically just summing some things up, and D has made it in the chat. Shout out to you, Daonte, man. But let me play these 4 more videos, and I'm gonna drop the link for you to come up here and you explain to the people. You're more than welcome to say whatever name you want to say over here. I'm just not gonna say no names. I don't want you to just say whatever you gotta say. You can say it over here, brother. And I'm gonna keep the videos going. I got 4 more videos, but let me play these 4 more videos of you explaining what's going on, and then you can come up here and you can sum it up for the people who don't know what's going on. Because somebody said something about some subliminal stuff. Like, nah, we not doing that over here. We keeping it in the chat, and if D want to come out and say what he want to say, then he can. But we're gonna keep it going right here, and then I'm gonna drop that link for D, for Deontay to come up. No homo. When I said D, that shit kind of felt weird. But, but I'm gonna drop the link for him after these 4 videos, and let me just let them play out, brother. And I got you. We got 20 more minutes of videos. 4, 8, 12, 16. Oh, 16 more minutes. So let's go ahead and do it.
Because by that time, I was a lot more privy to what had been going on. So I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. Like, it's not in the contract. So I wasn't doing nothing wrong. So what's the deal? Like, you know what I mean? Up until the point where the last thing he had said up to me at that point was, you do you and I'ma do me. And I was like, bet. And that was the last conversation we would have for about 3 months. And I'm a little rebellious at times, especially when you don't give me a reason, a real explanation. And I was never really given an explanation for why that's a problem, why cast members hanging out is a problem, right? Especially now, when you fast forward to the day, and all of us are hanging out with each other all the time. The ones that's on the show and the OGs. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The explanation I was given eventually was, it makes the show look fake. I'm like, that was the most bullshit explanation I ever got. I'm like, so you mean to tell me that because some of us know each other and hang out with each other, that makes the show look fake? They're like, yeah, it makes it look like Love After Lockup Friends Edition, like you're all just friends or whatever. And I'm just like, but half the stuff that you present up there don't make the show look fake. But because some of us are friends, it just didn't make sense to me. Like, as a fan, because I'm still a fan at the end of the day. As a fan, I would love to see that. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's not what it was. And I always just wanted them to be straight up with me and tell me what it is, because I know what it is. What it is money. They never wanted us talking about money because some couples get paid more than the other couples. That's what it is. And not saying they won't pay you. If you negotiate with them, sometimes they will. But I never cared about that. I'm not money hungry. So, for instance, Lindsay was getting paid more than I was. I knew that for a fact. Lindsay told me that her damn self. I could have easily went and complained and said, how come y'all paying her this, and you paying me the minimum? I just didn't care. You know what I'm saying? And it's storylines. They didn't want you talking about storylines because they would try to put it in your head that another cast member will get jealous because you get more screen time than them and they'll leak your storyline or whatever. I got told specifically that a lot of the cast members were jealous of me because I did that New Year's Eve special with Brittany, which I never believed, ever. I'm like, nobody cares. They not jealous of me for that. Come on, man. It's just little things they do because they don't want you talking about stuff. That's what it is. So that was strike number 2 against me. All right. And then 3 and 4, I tie in together, which is the relationship that I was in at the time with my ex-girlfriend, Cece. And the biggest blow against me is, like I said in my last live, becoming friends or befriending a whole lot of content creators, because that got me in a lot of shit that I could have avoided. And again, it's because these people reach out to me, friendly to me. When you're nice to me, I get comfortable real quick and sometimes start talking. And then so sometimes I got real close with a lot of them. Sometimes shit would leak out, whether it was from me or not, because sometimes it might have been from me. Sometimes it was something out of my control that didn't have nothing to do with me. But I was always the one that was going to get the blame for it, no matter what. To the point where I got so close with one content creator that I was specifically told by the man in charge that he don't ever want to hear that name again. That one content creator in particular, I don't ever want to hear that name again. That's how much disdain he had for that one. And it just happened to be the one.
Crazy, y'all. He said there was one content creator that he was told not to be in contact with because production and our producers or whatever didn't want him saying that name. They didn't want to deal with that woman. And that was the one he was close with. And when I dropped the link, hopefully Daonte can come up here and explain a little bit more of who he's talking about. If he don't want to, then it's totally up to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but right now, let's go to the next clip because we're gonna move along. We're gonna keep going. Hold on, you guys. Is it playing? Can you guys hear me? Am I still talking? Oh yeah, I'm still talking. I think.
Conversation we had, he was cool. You know what I'm saying? We had a man-to-man conversation. You know, he said, I'm sorry I haven't checked on you in a long time. I'm like, it's cool, bro. I didn't even know where I stood at that point. Because at that point, I'm not dating no inmate. I'm not with Nicole. I'm not with Lindsay. I'm dating Cece. So where do I even stand at this point? She's with Blaine, fuckboy Buckethead. That's who I call him. She's with him. So, and Lindsay swore up and down they were bringing me back for her last season. She swore up and down, and she had their ear more than me, so it could have been true. But I was like, Lindsay, they are not gonna, what are they gonna do with me? Like, what Lindsay wanted was for me to be a part of that last storyline she was in with her and Blaine, and for me and Blaine to basically be fighting over her so she could choose who she wanted. Because there was some real life mixed into that, because me and Lindsay was flirting around at that time. So what she wanted was that. She just didn't want Cece involved in it. That was the only thing. So she wanted that, and she swore up and down that's what was going to happen. But nobody had communicated with me, so I wasn't going off of her. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I was already done before anybody said anything to me. In my mind, I was done. I'm in a new relationship, and my girl is getting irritated with me not acknowledging her. And that's what I got in trouble for too, because I would never acknowledge her because I couldn't. And then the one time I commented, because I knew as soon as I commented that shit was going to go all over the internet. That's exactly what happened. And then that leaked out. So, you know, he talked to me and he just was like, you know, I'm sorry I hadn't checked on you and this and this. And I was like, so, I mean, what's going on or whatever. I let him know right off the bat at the end of this season, because stuff was getting nuclear, and that's why he reached out to me, because it was getting too much with me and Lindsay and these content creators and all that. So that's why he reached out to me, and I said, listen, bro, at the end of this season, I'm going to post my current girlfriend. Like, I'm tired of not acknowledging her because it's causing problems within my relationship, so I'm going to post her publicly. He was okay with that. I said, I'm also going to post my pictures with the other cast members that I've taken pictures with that's not on the show no more, because there's no reason for me to keep my life secret. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm not a part of this. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he was like, you know, these things don't last forever. I understood that. Basically what he was telling me is, you're not in a relationship with an inmate, so there's not much we can do going forward with you. And I understood that. I was cool with that. I got it. He said these things don't last forever, but you know, there's other things coming up. There's a special coming up, this and this. Because I told him if Lindsay keeps fucking with me, I'm going to expose the fuck out of. I was mad. I said I'm going to expose the fuck out of her and her whole like storyline and all that. And he was like, if you go nuclear now, this and this. I was like, I don't want to, but I will. You know. And you know, he said these things don't last forever, and I got that. I said I'm gonna post my pictures with the OGs that's not on the show no more, which I did. I still have pictures with cast members that's still on the show that I've never posted because they're on the show, so I ain't gonna fuck it up for them. But eventually I'll post those too. You know, so at the end of the season I did that. I posted my girl CC publicly, and you know, I posted all of my pictures. And then what happened after that, you know, was basically, matter of fact, I went to Ohio with Cece, and we hung out with two cast members that's still currently on the show right now that I'm very close with, and I'm bringing.
Okay, well, he was basically saying right there that he told the manager guy he's gonna post when he's done after that season he was on, that last one. He said that he gonna post his current girlfriend, which was Cece at the time. And then he also said he gonna post every picture of all the cast members that he was with. The manager guy said, you gonna go nuke. Like basically saying you finna go ape shit, don't nuke this shit, don't fuck it up. because he's basically saying the cast don't want them being cool with each other. Because people are going to look at it like it's fake. But the cast got another thing mistaken. This shit ain't fake because these people are actually been in jail. This ain't nothing like 90 days. These people actually went to prison. If this was fake, why ain't a lot of people coming out saying that? No, they went in prison. They just did about 30 days. Motherfuckers is doing time on this show. You know what I'm saying? Like time, and then they getting out, coming to the world. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't fake. So they can hang out with each other. I wouldn't look at it as it's fake. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, they ain't a fake couple. It's a fake couple. Nah, I'm gonna say this shit real, bro. These people, they really in love with this person. Like, look at Brittany and Ray. Take them for example. Is they marriage fake? No. Brittany is living with Ray, right? Brittany and Ray are living together, married, and in a good relationship. Are married. Ray actually did do time. Ray actually has a restitution of $100 and something thousand right now. Look, hopefully he got a little forgiveness thing to where he can knock half of that down. But damn, this shit be real. This is not a fake. This is not a gimmick. Love at the lockup, love during lockup, life at the lockup is not fake. So I don't know what's going on with when Deontay was on. Maybe the production has changed. Maybe the managers have changed, because that didn't make any sense. I'm like, bro, you know what? We're going to play the next clip because I'm going to get Deontay up here to explain more about everything.
Not acknowledging her because it's causing problems within my relationship. So I'm going to post her publicly. He was okay with that. I said, I'm also going to post my pictures with the other cast members that I've taken pictures with that's not on the show no more, because there's no reason for me to keep my life secret. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm not a part of this. You know what I'm saying? He was like, these things don't last forever. I understood that. Basically what he was telling me is, you're not in a relationship with an inmate. So there's not much we can do going forward with you. And I understood that. I was cool with that. I got it. He said these things don't last forever, but there's other things coming up. There's a special coming up, this and this. Because I told him if Lindsay keeps fucking with me, I'm going to expose the fuck out of her. I was mad. I said, I'm going to expose the fuck out of her and her whole storyline and all that. And he was like, if you go nuclear now, this and this. I was like, I don't want to, but I will. And, he said these things don't last forever. And I got that. I said I'm going to post my pictures with the OGs that's not on the show no more, which I did. I still have pictures with cast members that's still on the show that I've never posted because they're on the show. So I ain't going to fuck it up for them. But eventually I'll post those too. So at the end of the season, I did that. I posted my girl, CC, publicly, and, I posted all of my pictures. And then what happened after that, was basically, matter of fact, I went to Ohio with Cece and we hung out with two cast members that's still currently on the show right now that I'm very close with. And I'm bringing this up for a reason, because you know what I mean? And then what ended up happening was my ass the next day is all over the damn internet. Okay? All over the internet, hanging out. He's with Indy, hanging out with Indy. And great, now I'm in trouble again. And so, not only am I in trouble by my girlfriend at the time, but now I'm in trouble by the man in charge again. And he's calling me, cussing up a storm to me. And at that point in time, I'm like, oh hell no, you're not finna talk to me like this. And so we had a war of words, Jack. Because by that time, I was a lot more privy to what had been going on. So I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. Like, it's not in the contract. So I wasn't doing nothing wrong. So what's the deal? Like, you know what I mean? Up until the point where the last thing he had said up to me at that point was, you do you and I'ma do me. And I was like, bet. And that was the last conversation we would have for about 3 months. And I'm a little rebellious at times, especially when you don't give me a reason, a real explanation. And I was never really given an explanation for why that's a problem, why cast members hanging out is a problem, right? Especially now, when you fast forward to the day, and all of us are hanging out with each other all the time. the ones that's on the show and the OGs. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? The explanation I was given eventually was, it makes the show look fake. I'm like, that was the most bullshit explanation I ever got. I'm like, so you mean to tell me that because some of us know each other and hang out with each other, that makes the show look fake? They're like, yeah, it makes it look like Love After Lockup Friends Edition, like you're all just friends or whatever. And I'm just like,
Let's go ahead and play this real quick. Let's go ahead and bring up Deontay. See if you want to come up, brother. You can click the link right now. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Let's paste it. Drop it down there. The link right now in the chat is for Deontay. We've been up here for an hour, so I'm not taking just random calls at the time. I'm taking calls from Deontay right now. If you want to come up and he can explain what fully happened, he's more than welcome to right now. But he's basically saying like production, there no calls at all. Yeah, no calls at all. I already got it on. But okay, go ahead. I don't come up on camera right this second, but I can still come up. Yeah, you can come up. You can come up, brother. You don't got to be on the camera. No, you ain't got to be on the camera at all. Everybody knows it's gonna be you for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like you can for sure come up. Man, I'm about to plug this little massager thing in on the chat. But yeah, you can come on up. See, I was talking about. Remember the last time I broke my last chair, right? Look at the new chair. Look at the new chair. Stop it. But let me go ahead and play. I just had to show that off real quick. What's up, my brother? Peace and love. Deontay, you in the building. What's going on with you?
what up, dog? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I finally fixed the thing to where the audio can show now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't come on camera right this second because of what I'm in. I can talk.
You good, but can you elaborate? Well, let's just start with a blogger situation. At like, who was the bloggers? Like, if you can say any names, you're more than welcome to say the names. Who was the bloggers? That the reason why, you know what I'm saying, that they was telling you we don't want to hear them names, because a lot of people were asking me like, who is Deontay talking about? I was like, he can explain that later. Whenever he wanted to explain it, you know.
Oh, yeah. I was just trying to, like, I ain't trying to start nothing or get back in no beef with these people or nothing, but I was just kind of explaining what, like, all the events that led to basically my demise from the show, if you want to call it that. Oh, we lost you.
Hold on, I think I froze, y'all. I froze.
Lost you.
I froze there. I'm back now. What'd you say,
Yeah.
Dan?
I was just, I was basically just explaining all the things that led to my demise of the show, if you want to call it that. So that's what made me bring that up, because that was part of it, me befriending all these content creators, and then certain ones of them, you know, switched up on me, turned on me when a bunch of stuff happened. But that content creator in particular that, oh, we lost you again.
phone.
You back?
Yeah, that was me that was freezing again, man. Let me come in here on my phone. Hold on. Let me exit from here and come in on my phone, because this thing be tripping. I don't know what be going on with this thing.
All right.
But go ahead now. Now what fully happened and who was it? If you can say any names, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But
well, that content creator in particular, that the executive producer was talking about around that time, when he was like, I don't want to hear that name ever again. I don't want to name drop her because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just sit back and chill and watch. But everybody know who it was. The one I was the closest with. And
Somebody did write it in
Everybody
the
need
chat.
that one. Everybody
Somebody did
knows
write
like
it
the
in the
one.
chat.
Oh yeah, I can. Some people wrote it already. Starts with an A. I just put it that way. But
Mm.
that's the one he could not stand for whatever reason. It's probably just because he was close with me. So anytime I used to go on that channel or interact with her, it was going to be a problem. I just used to do it anyways because at the time that was the one I trusted. That was the one I thought was the most, real, legit. So yeah.
Fuck.
But what happened is basically like I said in my live video. I just made that mistake of getting too close with everybody. Like you know how all y'all used to reach out to me and I just start talking. Sometimes I give away too much. Sometimes
Yeah.
they're pried out of me, basically. And it got to a point where I'm telling so many people so many things because I'm just like I said, when you're nice to me and you coming at me a certain type of way, I trust people real quick. So I get to a point where I get comfortable with you and I'll just start venting whatever it is that I'm dealing with at the time. I'll just talk. And sometimes I would tell some a little more than others because, like, for instance, that one content creator, I trusted the most. So I would tell her more. Then I would tell, like, the other two, like the one I call a Boomer Karen, K and K. I'll leave it at that.
The boomer
I, I
Karen.
would I would
Who is it?
tell her
You
more than
know, you're
that
more
one.
than welcome. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dante. You're more than welcome to say names over here, man. This channel, we gonna rock with you, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you
Uh,
because it's your story. You know what I'm saying? It's your story.
yeah,
I'm not finna block you from none of that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to tell your truth, and other people are gonna come on the side and tell their truth because I figure
I just,
like you do have
I
a
just,
platform to speak on. You got a lot of platforms to speak on. You know what I'm saying?
I just
Like,
don't be trying to have I just don't be trying to have no problems because I know how these people
oh no,
are.
they
And
ain't
that's
gonna cause no
yeah.
problems, man. You ain't causing no problems at all, man. It just
Well,
at
it
this
was it
time
was
it is
what
what it is. It's done and it's over with. It's just now your side of the story. We never got your side, you know.
talking about when I was talking about Mary. I would tell Auntie a little more than I would tell her, but that's because
Okay.
at that time I trusted one more than the other one. And then
Yeah.
sometimes when these other ones would reach out to me, depending on what I'm dealing with at the time, if they asking, I'm just gonna talk. Like that's just how
Yeah.
it used
Yeah.
to be. So it got so blown up to the point where towards the end of the season, which is what I was explaining in my live video, after I talked to the executive producer and told him what I was going to do, when I said I drove up to Ohio, me and Cece went to Ohio to go visit some cast members. I mean, he know I hang out with them, Sean and Sarah. He knows that I hang out with them. So he
Yeah.
was never upset with me about that because I
Yeah. I
never would take
appreciate it.
pictures with them. But we
Yeah.
was over their house chilling with them, and I got a call from my favorite content creator at the time
Who was the
wanting me to
content
do it.
creator that called you? Now you can say the name up here, brother. Ain't nobody trust me.
Uh,
Ain't
well,
nobody
I got a
finna come
call
at
from
you.
well, I got a call from Auntie, which I assumed somebody was gonna call me because I just went public with Cece, so I knew
Yeah.
somebody's gonna call me to do an interview, and I prepared Cece for that. She only wanted the interview at that time with Auntie. That's the only one she trusted. That's the
Yeah.
only one
Yeah.
I trusted with her. So
Okay.
we went and did that, and I felt like Auntie took care of her well. And then she just asked one question, and that question was the stuff that was transpiring between Deontay and Lindsay. Was that stuff lead up to what eventually caused your miscarriage? Me and Cece was pregnant at the
I
time.
forget that y'all was pregnant with a
She
baby.
had a miscarriage
I
because me and her
forget.
was arguing over the phone, and what we was arguing about was me being trifling with Lindsay. That's what it was. So basically,
I forget.
She answered that question correctly. It's just that people took that, went and started attacking Lindsay, calling her baby killer and all that. So
Oh
that
wow.
prompted Lindsay to go to all these different bloggers. It's mainly Kiki and Kevin, the one that don't like me, because she close with them. So she went running to them. And from my understanding, they coerced her to go run to Sherelle, because Sherelle had the bigger channel and the bigger following. and reach out to them. Now at this time, Sherelle and Perry wasn't even covering Love After Lockup. They didn't know what was going on,
Facts.
nothing like that. I hadn't spoken to them in months. So the
Facts.
fact that she went to them, I was like, Lindsay pulling this shit. Because Lindsay does shit like that. She does stuff like she creates like havoc and then will be as quiet as a church mouse behind the scenes. That's what she does. So she went running to Sherelle. And then what happened was I'm at work because after that interview with Auntie, I was done. Me and Cece weren't gonna do no more interviews. After that, I'm at work on a Tuesday, and Sherelle, actually Perry, is blowing up my phone, trying to get me to come on there and do this basically interview with Lindsay. They had coerced Lindsay into coming up there, and they wanted me up there, and they wanted me up there for the views. I know that's what it was. They knew it was gonna be messy. So they wanted me to come up there for the view. And I ain't gonna lie, Auntie tried to talk me out of it. And our manager that I'm working with also tried to talk me out of it. And so did Cece. But at that point, it was too late for me. I had already let Sherelle advertise me coming on. And I knew how Sherelle was back then. And she'd get messy when you back out on her. So I didn't want to do that. Plus, I didn't want to make it look like I was backing down from Lindsay because I knew Lindsay was going to come up there and spew some bullshit. So I wasn't trying to back down from her this time. So I went against everybody's judgment and went up there anyway. And I called Lindsay the fuck out. As a matter of fact, I was so proud of myself for doing that. And it magically disappeared after that. Like the interview disappeared the exact same night. And Sherelle and Perry was on there because I called Lindsay out, and then she just abruptly got off the interview just like that. So I was up there by myself, and Sherelle and Perry was like comforting me. Oh, he's so sad. D, are you okay? I was like, I'm all right. And then as soon as I get off that panel, they're up there dragging the fuck out of me. Sherelle, Perry, this fake ass comedian named V that I don't fuck with no more.
Who you
Like all
said?
of
The
them.
fake comedian name who?
Oh, Val, that's her name, Val. That
Oh,
one.
wow.
Matter of fact, Val said something about my mama, and it pissed me off. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? You cake makeup, that cake there's fucking makeup. Boy, I was so mad that night. I'm like, come for me all you want to. Don't bring my mama in this shit. Mama ain't got nothing to do with it, lady.
Damn.
And as much as Val used to be in my DMs, kissing my ass, matter of fact, that same night, she was in my DMs, kissing my ass, proud of me for standing up to Lindsay. And then an hour later, you on this panel talking shit. So I was pissed. And then, that's pretty much it. I was told that it was that particular interview that sealed my fate on the show because I was already treading
Okay.
on thin ice, talking to cast members, going at it with him. So according to Lindsay and a couple other cast members that I talked to, that was what did it. I was never told that. But that's,
Damn.
you know what I'm
So you
saying?
basically
And then
saying it
what
was
happened?
Auntie's advice, Sherelle, Perry, Lindsay, all of them in the cahoot situation, like just all of that in
No,
the
they wasn't.
collateral of
They weren't in.
situations with
They
those
weren't in.
names.
They weren't in cahoots. Like
I'm not not
apparently,
not not planning on doing it, but I'm saying the collateral of just those names involving
and
the situation.
Kiki and Kid, all of them.
Damn, that's
But it's
crazy.
basic.
So
It's basically like I didn't know that Sherelle and Perry and all them had a problem with Auntie. So when I went on there,
I
and
didn't
then
know
they
that
started
either.
attacking
I'm
me.
just not finding that out. Like I didn't
When
know
they
that.
started attacking me, they went attacking Auntie. Remember talking about her wigs and all that, like out of nowhere. I don't know where they came from. I didn't know that was going on. I just did an interview because I was asked to do it. And then all of a sudden, everybody started coming down on me. Now all of a sudden,
Mm.
I'm the poison. I'm turning everybody against each other and all this. And I
Yeah,
felt like
because everybody,
everybody
I
just
ain't gonna
turned
lie
on
to
me.
you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I seen a lot of content creators did go. I was one. I think it was me and according to Amber, I didn't drag you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Out of that situation, I was just like, man, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what's
No, I'm
going
saying
on
then
with this situation, but I'm just gonna stay out of it. But
once that happened, I felt like I was left on my own. Like nobody had
yeah.
not even Auntie really had my back. And then all of a sudden, what that led to was now here come Mary and digging up more, like just trying to do whatever they can to destroy me, try to destroy me too, and Cece. They went digging up Cece business. and then just attacking me more, and to the point where it got
Mm.
so messy. To I just finally like I tried to make peace. At one point in time, I tried to make peace with Mary because I'm friends with Sarah and Sean,
Okay.
and Sarah is friends with her. So she was like, she's really a good person. You should really give it another chance. Try. She just gets sensitive about stuff and this and this. And I love Sarah to death. So I did that for her. I tried. I said, you know what, you're right. I found out other stuff along the way. I found out,
Mm.
they was telling me that I was told that Mary didn't like me a long time ago by Auntie. And then Mary denied it. It's just a mess. You don't know who to believe, but
Damn.
I tried to
That
make peace, man. Like I tried to make peace. I went and apologized. I called Mary. I apologized to her. I was like, listen, whatever we had, what I'm saying, this and this. And I let it be. I deleted every video that I was talking shit about that woman. Tried to let it be. Then what ended up happening was another one of her friends, Mary Pants, somebody that makes memes, created a meme of me,
the woman
which is
I've
a
heard about
thousand.
Mary Pants, the one that's on Facebook, correct? She's on Facebook.
Yeah.
I've been hearing about her. I was hearing about her name with some stuff with
Not that I
you.
care about
With
that,
some
because
stuff
it's a
with you, exactly. Yeah, I was
yeah.
hearing
Not that I
about her
care
name with
about
some
that.
stuff with you.
Not that I ever cared about that, because there's a thousand memes out there about me. It's just somebody tagged me in it, and I replied to the person that tagged me. That's what's the crazy. I didn't even say nothing to Mary Pants or nothing. I replied to the person that tagged me and just said something. And for whatever reason, that prompted Mary to then text me and start cussing me and calling me all kinds of names and all that. And I'm like, "Are you serious, lady? I just apologized to you. Why are you attacking me? I ain't even talking to you." So I'm like, this got to be the dumbest thing she could ever be doing, because everybody know me. You come at me like that, I'm gonna put that shit all over the place. And I put it in
Mm,
my story, and she just happened to mention Auntie out the blue. I don't know where that came from. She just threw Auntie in there, and Auntie
mm.
seen it. And then her true
Because
colors
I
came
ain't
out.
gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. The reason why I asked you to say names is because I was confused on who you were talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't come for me. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Deontay is up here explaining his story about everything, you know what I'm saying? So
I don't really want
please
to like name
leave me
drop
leave
nobody.
me
I just
alone. I'd rather have a name because a lot of people were confused and I was confused off a lot of shit you were saying on the live. That's why I was like, what was he talking about? Like, because I need to
yeah,
be
but then
careful, you know what I'm saying? Like I need to be real careful. That's
but then
all what
this
it
lady
means.
brought up Auntie, and then Auntie seen it, and then now fast forward to the day, the true colors that came out basically on both sides, and I see them both bickering with each other. And then
Mm.
earlier, Mary had done got other ones involved in it, like the one I used to call the fake Wendy Williams, Trace Trendy. Like I'm like, where did you come from? Don't nobody even talk about you. But it
Somebody
seemed like
said, Dante, I'm glad you are speaking your truth. We go way back and you are my friend. Damn,
oh yeah,
Alicia
that's
said
Alicia.
that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's Alicia. That's my buddy. But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it became so messy, and it interfered in my progress on the show. And if I could go back, like if I had the mindset that I got now, I would know that this is a business. I would know that these people behind the scenes don't care about you. They don't give a fuck about you or your relationship. They care about the footage they need. That's it. As long as
And you
they
got to
get
be
their
careful who
footage,
you give information to. I would say this, Deontay, to you, brother. You have to be very careful who you give information to because you can't get mad once they use it as a storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take it for what it is. Just like I had to take some shit recently, like me telling too many people my shit about my house. I had to take it for what it is. It's my fault for me running my motherfucking mouth too much. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
so I just look at it like, man, it's a lesson learned. Learn from that lesson.
it's
Move on
always
from the
like,
situation, but just always tell your truth because it's other sides of the story that we don't know about. But it could be three, four different sides of a story, and
I
you
just
don't have no
realized.
say so in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I just realized it's a never-ending cycle between these cast members and content creators. I used to think it was just me, but now I see it's the content, certain ones, the same content creators that's always the common denominator in these things. And it's just that's just how it is. And I look back at it now, I regret some things, but like Sherelle and Perry, I don't have no respect for at all. I never will, ever. They sat up there and tried to defame the fuck out of me. Like when I went to Vegas, they tried to make it look like I was begging for them. I'm like, motherfucker, y'all wanted to visit me. When
Mm.
we walked that Vegas strip on my Instagram live, ain't nobody know who y'all was. I'm the one that people knew who it was. Like, dude, I got no
Cause it's
respect
been
for them.
times
Like,
downtown. I ain't gonna lie, it's been times downtown. You'd have told me stuff. I didn't bring it to the internet. I don't
yeah.
know. Maybe I
So
might move different. I just didn't bring. I don't like if you tell me verbatim we on the phone and you be like, don't take it to the internet. Okay, that's cool. I'm not gonna do that. I don't care if I fall out with you. I tell everybody this. If I don't care if I fall out with you and we get mad and be beefing, I'm
I
not gonna
lost
bring
all
this
my
stuff to the
respect.
internet. I'm
I
not.
lost all my respect for them too. And then as far as Mary goes, I don't have no respect for her either. I tried to make peace with her. It didn't work. I
Damn,
like
man.
the
I'm
fact
sorry
that
to hear that.
she don't really mention me now, which I like that. I see when she go on her channel and she does mention me, it's always subtle, which is fine with
Hopefully
me.
something good can behind the scenes
And
and make some peace out of it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully all the names that you just mentioned, hopefully you guys can able to talk and sit down, you know, because at the end of the day, you guys are adults. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that something
I,
good can come out of this if you guys can actually talk. You take your accountability, they take their accountability, and everything can work out straight for y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping for with you
I
and your
don't, I
situation
don't,
that you're going through.
I don't think it'll ever work out with me and Mary or me and Sherelle. Now, Auntie, on the other hand, I ain't gonna lie, like that probably was the most hurt feelings, like, cause
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. You
was
felt
real
that. You
close to
felt
her,
that. You
and I
felt
looked at
that
her
one.
kind of almost like a mother for a little bit. So, like, I went to her membership all the time. She brought me to tears. That's how bad, like,
Man, yeah,
she's
that's
it.
I know what you're saying. I trust me, I've been through some shit like that. Man, and Monique fell out, man. I was just like, man, actually knowing Monique and who she was as a person, like just knowing her, it fucked me up a little bit. And I was like, damn, man, knowing she's a good person. And I found out some extra stuff that was going on, and I had to get rid of the person who was starting the drama, and then lying and going back and doing all this extra. I did elimination of process of elimination real quick, and I got rid of somebody, and I don't regret getting rid of that person. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I think there needs to be amends that can happen between you and these people. You know what I'm saying? To where you can talk to them and something good can come out of it. Because I feel like it's just a lot of stuff that happened. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that happened back in those days, and man, this has been like what 2 years now. Been about 2 years now. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, or a year. Has it been a
It's been
year
a
or
year,
two
yeah,
years? Okay, a year.
a
Man, I
year.
think that something good needs to come out of this. I don't think you guys
Well,
should
I mean, I try to be cordial, cool with everybody. That's why me and Cece still are on good terms, even though we're not together. So, I mean, I try to
yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I basically try to move forward from all of like from the franchise in general. I know it's still in my name on Instagram, but that's it. Like I said, I got something else coming up here soon. I got opportunities out of nowhere. So
Yeah. It's
that's
all
what
right
one
though,
network don't
Deontay,
want
man.
you.
I'm just happy that you spoke your side of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, because that's the first way of getting over things, and like first step of movement going forward is just keeping it like not even keeping it real, but like honesty. You know what I'm saying? Like it's honesty. Honesty is the main thing that'll keep you going forward. And even if it's something that somebody else did to you that they don't want to be honest about, I think that just being honest, because I done did some shit in my past, and just a couple weeks ago, I did some shit that I'm like, damn, why did I believe that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to be honest about it. Like, you know what? I was gullible enough to believe it, and so I look like a dumbass, and I would take that. And I would own up to my mistakes as a man and say I apologize about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so when you're taking accountability for yourself, that's a big difference, bro. It shows the growth in you, Deontay, as a man. It shows the growth. And you know, hopefully everything can come out good out of this. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully some things can come out good, you know. And I'm gonna say this again. Don't look at me, Geo, as a messy content creator, because I'm not. I'm not. I just rather be up here. We're gonna
Yeah,
keep it real. We're gonna keep it truthful. This is how the way the platform is gonna grow, and we're gonna keep it
right.
truthful.
I done
And
see,
when things come out against other people, I think everybody needs to. Those people need to sit down behind the scenes, talk, and come out publicly. Because if you make statements publicly, I think that people need to come out publicly and reiterate those situations and those statements and actually be like we're adults. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to change the
yeah.
way
I
we
like.
handle
I done
things.
even. I done seen them come up on your panel when I'm up here talking to you, saying I lick bus windows and shit one minute, and then being nice in the next couple comments. I just
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
say
yeah,
nothing, but I be like, man, this ain't even an interview for real. It's just it
yeah,
get.
yeah. And
Sometimes I be
I
want to be
tend to
like,
like
y'all
I
older than
tend to
me,
like
man.
to like drag people no more, man. I don't even drag if I have to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even drag if I had to. Yeah, I don't. If somebody said Auntie, they said please tell D that Auntie cared for him. He messed it up. He messed it up, but there's a way. Messing up something is a way to reversing things. Now,
It's
I
always
don't
my fault.
know.
I'm always the one that mess everything
I
up.
don't know
So
what to
she
tell
said,
D, but I'm from what I'm getting is that he's actually just being. I wish he can retract that comment. Retract. I don't know, but you know what? I appreciate you, brother Deontay, for coming up here just speaking your mind on the situation. You know, and letting it be known what's going on and what happened at the time. Um, is there any last words you would like to say? Because I'm about to end this live. But
I mean, I don't
this
know
is
what
this is
comment
this
I
is
need
debate. Trust no one, they not your friend. Facts.
I don't know what comment I need to retract, but I never said like, let me just clear something up. 'Cause somebody will go straight to all these people and be like, he over here dragging. I ain't say none of that. And nor did I say I
Yeah,
don't
he
have
ain't
no
say nothing
respect
bad.
for. Nor did I say I don't have no respect for Auntie. You see, she's the only one I ain't really talk shit about. It's the reason for that. I
Hold
just
on, hold
keep
on,
my
hold on, hold on, hold
distance
on.
now.
Mary Jane, Auntie, you talking about not trust me? Because at the end of the day, I haven't went behind nobody back and talked about nobody on the live. Me and Monique had fell out and we cool now. I ain't even do that to Mo.
Yeah.
On me, I ain't even put Mo business out there. So what are you trying to say? Like I'm not even gonna address you. It's irrelevant. You're not a part of this conversation. Go ahead, Dante. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
even gonna
said,
address that stuff, man. That's just mess.
I was just saying, I never. You notice she the only one I ain't really say disrespect or say too much bad about. There's a reason for that. I'm always gonna have, for
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
reason, a soft spot right there. I just keep my distance. I ain't probably won't ever be close again, but I ain't gonna. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I ain't got beef with nobody. I ain't got no problem with them. I just was simply explaining what happened as far as me leaving the show, and it's all a year old
So
now.
I'm gonna rewind this back. You basically saying at that time you felt like Auntie didn't have your back, but at this time, still you're saying I'm not gonna speak bad on Auntie. That's what you're
Yeah,
basically saying. And so for the people who don't know, that's what he is saying. He's not gonna speak bad on Auntie because he still has love for Auntie. That's a fact because that's the one who he looks up to. That was your best friend. I remember y'all was so cool, bro. Like
I
y'all
went to
was
meet her.
going.
I met her like twice.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. You met her in person, like that's what I was like. Damn, like yeah.
I
So
just
that's
felt
why I
I
guess
just
you
I
was closer too.
this is the first time I ever publicly came out and said this. This will be the first time I say this. But I honestly feel like for real, I feel like when all that stuff happened, as soon as Sherelle and Perry went attacking her, she folded a little bit because they got the biggest following. I swear I could be wrong and I hope I'm wrong, but I just feel like that. I feel like had it been Mary coming for her, she'd have went all in on Mary. She does it all the time. But it's just with that one, I guess she just wanted to take a different approach because I ain't never known Auntie to
Mm,
when somebody attack her for her not to say nothing, and that's the one time she really didn't do it. And I'm just like, damn,
mm,
I'm just I'm on my own with this, and maybe I dug my own
mm,
grave because I was too
mm,
loose But it was always my intentions wasn't ever bad. I ain't never go try
You
to
know what
turn
I
these
say,
people's heads
Daonte,
the other
brother? When you are a truthful person, you always want to tell your truth and let the world know, regardless of who you're going up against. Be real with you. And you let God figure that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a God fearing man, so I let God handle my battles. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who it is I'm going up against, I'm going out 10 toes down to the concrete and 10 hands to the sky, 10 fingers to the sky. I'm going up in there, and I'm going in there with all the best interests. I'm gonna tell my truth, and whoever don't like it, they just don't like it. Whoever care for me, they gonna care for me. Whoever don't, it is what it is. I gotta move on. I'm gonna speak my truth, and I'm gonna end this situation, and it is what it is at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. But you keep moving with God, man. Keep moving in faith and have faith for this, and stay prayed up and pray about it. You know what I'm saying? Everything can change. It's that a situation like this can change overnight. It just all it takes is just a simple conversation. You know what I'm saying? A simple conversation. Yeah, simple conversation. Offline, you talk to auntie, man, whatever, because I feel like that's what needs to happen, and you guys should talk. And man, and I think everything will go good because that's a good woman at the end of the day. From she ain't ever did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest, she ain't ever did nothing to me. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, man, I think that you should call her, like try to find a way. If you need me, you know what I'm saying? Let me know, and I'm here for you all the way, brother. I'm here for you. You good people in my book. She good people in my eyes, man. Now I can't stand the fact that y'all even going through this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
I'm
crazy
already,
to
I'm
me.
already,
You know.
I'm already paranoid. It's gonna be a video put out dragging me already. Like
No,
I,
no, man. Because what we're saying is you're speaking your heart. You know what I'm saying? You're not just talking shit. You're speaking it out of your heart about the situation that you went through. You know what I'm saying? Like you're speaking your heart. Can't nobody get mad at you for that. I can't be mad at you because you're speaking your heart. Like that's what I'm telling people. If you want to speak your truth, tell it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Don't sugarcoat it. Don't do none of that. Just tell it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what, my brother? Any other last words you gotta say, just go ahead and say it. And we're gonna get up out of here. We're gonna piece these people out.
no man, I'm on my way off, just getting off work on my way home. Man. So
Man, I'm happy you
I'm
at work. You still working. Go ahead,
I
go
actually to
ahead.
go, actually to go pick up, you know who I'm going to pick up.
Who you going to pick up? Tell us. He
Going to
said,
pick
"Man, you
up the
know."
boat, man.
He said, "You go. You know who I'm going to pick up. Stop it." Like, but
Yeah,
yeah,
man, that's
man.
like we pretty much see each other every day, straight up. For real.
Yeah. But I tell people, man, whoever you going up against, man, don't let numbers away affect your mind and your mental because trust me, evil only does what evil knows.
Yeah,
Good is gonna outweigh the evil. Period. Every people say they don't want good, but a lot of people want positivity. Who want to wake up in the morning knowing that they finna going through some shit throughout their day and be scared to walk out the house? Nobody do. People want to go outside their house and be like, "Oh, I'm comfortable." People want to step outside their house. You're not gonna step outside your house. You're not gonna eat. Not gonna enjoy yourself. You're not gonna enjoy the sun. Some good vitamin D. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But go outside and enjoy yourself and be comfortable in your community and live in your truth. That's the problem we have nowadays. Is a lot of people don't want to live in their truth. Live in your truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I live in my truth every day. Deontay's living in his truth. It's okay. Sometimes it's okay to live in your truth and expose yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like expose who you are and expose yourself. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It was just hurtful. Jill, it was so hurtful. I understand. But this is what I'm getting up here to do. I want people to always come to my platform and be true and not just be attacked and criticized for what they're standing against. You know what I'm saying? And standing against themselves and they're actually telling the truth. I don't want them to be criticized and dog day. You know what I'm saying? Speak your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what YouTube should be for. Is for the people that we talk about. They should have the time to actually speak their mind too. That's a fact. But other than
yeah.
that, else to say, I'm gonna wrap this thing up, man.
All right, bro.
Hey,
Thanks for
but
having
y'all,
me on.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna piece these people out with me. If y'all not sub to the channel, make sure that you hit the sub button and notification bell, and please sub. We a couple hundred something away from 14K. Please sub. Hit the thumbs up on this video if you like the content of this video. If you don't, man, just keep a comment going down below. I'm not finna tell you to hit a thumbs down if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But you want to donate, you can donate to the channel. You know how to do that. And thanks to the mods, thanks to Cat Ann, and thanks to Auntie Mene. But she was down there, I didn't see her. But thanks to them too. You know, I got two mods right now. And we're just working, we're working hard. But thanks for Daonte coming up here and speaking up his story and just summing it up for all of us who didn't understand what he was saying on IG. He basically summed up everything, including names, because that's what we live for. We're gonna tell the truth, we're gonna tell the whole truth and nothing but that. But other than that, on the count of three, let's peace these people out, Dante. One, two, three. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace
Peace and
out.
love.
All right, peace and love, y'all.